Poland's president appears to have bowed to the pressure of nationwide protests by announcing he would veto controversial judicial reforms that would wipe out the Supreme Court's independence and allow the Justice Ministry to appoint judges. Andrzej Duda's surprise announcement was interpreted as a rare reprimand of the ruling Law and Justice Party, PiS, with whom he normally has a close relationship. Commentators were shocked at the move, interpreting it as a major setback for PiS, which has made a big issue out of controlling Poland's independent institutions, particularly the judiciary, since it came into power in 2015, and hailing it a victory for demonstrators. Duda, in a televised address, said, "These laws must be amended." He said his rejection of the proposed bills would be criticized probably by both sides of the political scene, but that they would not strengthen the sense of justice in society. Judges show hide the attempt by Poland's Law and Justice Party to take control of the judicial system should be seen as part of a wider campaign to dismantle democratic checks and balances on the government's actions, from its takeover of state media to its capture of the country's constitutional tribunal. Jarosław Kaczyński, PiS's leader, has developed a theory known in Poland as impossibilism, the idea that no serious reform of Polish society and institutions is possible due to these checks and balances, and what he describes as the vested interests of liberal elites and foreigners intent on exploiting the country. Was this helpful? Thank you for your feedback. The proposed measures he said he would veto included one to remove all judges of the Supreme Court, except those chosen by the Justice Minister, and another under which Parliament would have been given the authority to appoint members of the National Council of the Judiciary, explaining that his decision had resulted from lengthy consultations he had held with legal and other experts over the weekend. He said, "I have decided to send back to Parliament, in which case to veto the law on the Supreme Court, as well as the law on the National Council of the Judiciary." His declaration followed 8 days of demonstrations across the country, in which hundreds of thousands of Poles have taken to the streets in the capital, Warsaw, as well as hundreds of other towns and cities, and held vigils in front of courthouses. Protesters marched by candlelight again on Sunday night, ahead of the president's much-anticipated decision, and a day after the Polish Senate had followed the lower house of parliament and voted for the reforms on Saturday. Under banners emblazoned with slogans such as "free courts" and "freedom, equality, democracy," demonstrators pleaded with Duda, himself a lawyer, to reject the laws, claiming they marked a shift towards authoritarian rule. Investors' interpretation of Duda's announcement as having stalled a constitutional crisis caused the Polish currency, the zloty, to rise against the euro.